Welcome back to Greatest's Let's Play Modded Minecraft Series 2, Episode 11. Getting easier to say that. As we can see, it's a brand new day. And as we've done our automation, although I'm still short of zombie heads to complete it, we should be moving on to rituals. Oh, by the way, I went to the end and got some Ender Lily seeds. I'll show you the end, I think, when I come to killing the Ender Dragon, which won't be too far off, I don't think. I also need to kill a Wither at some point. So, what was I going to do? Oh yes, covering these up. They're unsightly and ugly and terrible. So, to cover them up, we need a machine. That machine's called a painting machine. Oh, by the way, don't ever leave your sigil on, sigil of Green Grove on like this. I had it on, I was wondering why I was dying. It turns out I'd completely run my network out of thousands and thousands of life points. Yeah, that's not great. So, where was I? Yes, painting machine. So, you need electrical steel for that, which is iron, coal, dust, which it comes out of the sag mill, silicon, 2 pieces of nether quartz, machine chassis, and a diamond. So I've already got some electrical steel I made earlier, machine chassis, electrical quartz, and a diamond. The way this machine works is that you can paint one block to look like another, which is useful for all kinds of things. For example, this floor is made out of wood, but I could paint glowstone wood to make it light up the area if I wasn't using these magic lights. I may well replace that because they are a bit annoying, but yeah, come back to that. The other use it has is, always active is fine, is, well, it's the same use, but we're using a different block. So if I just grab some view, if you make a circle, that's a terrible circle, with that, with a conduit binder, you can make conduit facades. They are not painted, but the idea is that you take them and you paint them with whatever you want them to look like. Let's grab a full stack. So in my case, if I just drop downstairs, probably going to want some that looks like regular stone and some that looks like this white stone. Fair enough. I may want some others later. Mostly white stone. You see I've also hooked up the barrels. They don't need the advanced item filters, by the way, they just need regular ones. In fact, I'm not even sure if you need filters. Did I put filters on them? Because the barrels only accept one thing. I've locked them in place, that's what that is. So, put some of this in, and the smooth white stone as the template, if you like. It will start making facades. Now, that sounds all well and good. If I put that block here, whoops, there we go, just click them onto the thing like that. You'll notice that they're covering the conduits, but I can't really see what's inside them. Now, you don't break them, you make something called a Yeta wrench. And that is just some electrical steel around a basic gear, which we've seen before, I think, in Ender.io. It's just some sticks and stones. So if you switch to a Yeta wrench, you can see inside them. And you can change the modes of the Yeta wrench, if I remember rightly. If I shift scroll wheel, it changes between different types of conduit, or all, which is what that mode is. If I shift away from the Yeta wrench, again, they're all covered up. So you can actually use that to just cover everything you need to inside your base, which is, again, another great feature of Ender.io. This episode isn't, however, about Ender.io. In fact, let's just check. Half full. That's pretty good. It's enchanting next, so it's going to have to be something. This episode is about blood magic rituals. And tier 4, new armor range weapon. Yeah. So, what's a ritual? Well, think of it like your multi-blocks like these, except they're not really connected. It's mostly a formation of a particular kind of stone, and you can use them to do specific things. Create items, and other such things. So, how do we make them? Well, remember when I said you're going to need a lot of those level 2 reinforced slate? Well, this is why. We're going to take some of those. Yep, that's a regen effect. And we're going to start making some stuff with this. And I'm going to grab a couple more things, and I'll be back once I've got them. So, in fact, I've already got them on hand, so that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I got... in fact, where did I put my... In here? Yes, missed it again. I lost my magician's orb last night, by the way. Couldn't find it anywhere, but that's something else. So, the first thing we want is ritual stones. So if we just type ritual... there's 4 of these for 4 stones, so each one of these is 1 stone if you like, but you also need some obsidian. So let's get that out of the way. Some obsidian, magician's orb. So if we just put the orb in first, then 12 will do, and we'll get 48 ritual stones out. But that's not all. We're also going to need a master ritual stone, which is for the ritual stones and some more obsidian. And I'm going to make 2 of these, I think, or 3 maybe. Yeah, 2 or 3 should be fine. I think I'm only going to do 1 ritual in this episode. Maybe. Okay, 3 master ritual stones. Now, if you like, the master ritual stones are the centerpiece, the thing that everything forms around. And you're always going to need to place those manually. Now, you can place these other ritual stones manually too, but you're going to need something to make them into the elemental versions. So, let's have a look. Divination. Well, we already had those on the screen. Here we are. So, elemental inscription tools. Air, in this case. But there are 4 others, and they're used in this recipe, as you can see, for the diviner. And we're going to want to make the diviner. The difference is you can use these individual things as an item to change, to just literally right click on these to change them into the particular types you want and lay everything out manually. I'm far too lazy for that. I'm more than willing to sacrifice 4 diamonds for that. But we're going to need to make each of these first. So we need 1,000 life points and a tier 3 altar. And let's see how much we've got. So, 50,000. So, you want 1 gas tier, 1 magma cream, 1 lapis lazuli block, and a piece of obsidian. So, just drop it in, wait for a moment. 1. 2. Now, the point of these is that we don't have to draw them manually. We're going to use them along with 4 of you, emerald, to make this one. There's an upgraded version. We need tier 4 to get that, so I swore I had all of them. I do. So, again, I'm just going to bind this to me. Right clicked, I've got the owner. And if I shift right click, I should be able to cycle through the rituals that I could. Oh, aha, you can go backwards with shift left click. Thank you, mod developer. So the idea is you select the ritual you want, in this case the ritual of binding, and we're just going to right click onto the master ritual stone, and it's going to use up these ritual stones in our inventory and form the ritual around us. Now you see why I've sunk it into the area. That's why, because when these blocks get placed, they won't be placed if there's ground in the way. So some rituals you need to dig, you need to have this floating in midair because it's going to go down as well as up. This one, it just needs it on the same level and above. So if I stand on by the side here and start right clicking, hold down right click, and there we go, we got 20 stones used, and as you can see, it's laid the map for us. Very nice. I'm going to fill in the rest, however, because I know what's coming. And if you've done this before, you'll know what's coming as well. And it's a little bit dangerous, as in, well, I'm wearing iron armor, which makes it a little bit worse, I suppose, depending if they've checked for metal armor. There we go. Yeah, I'll put the diamonds in there ahead of time and then forgot about them. Typical. There we go. So this is the ritual of binding. Now, if I remember rightly, it's a diamond sword. Let's make that. In fact, I've got sticks on me. Yeah, okay. So let's make the diamond sword. I've got them out of here, if you remember. Either a diamond or a diamond sword. It's one of those. It's been a while. So let's give it a try. And yeah, that will do. Now, if I die here horribly, then yeah. The most important thing is to remember is to throw the diamond sword in and then put out any fires, and you know, you're probably going to get struck by lightning multiple times. So, perhaps if you don't have a magnetic ring on, and I need to activate the ritual. That's what I was forgetting. I also need a lava crystal. So if I just ritual, I need one of these. This needs 10,000 in a blood altar. So thankfully I've got the blood altar and I've got the 10,000. So this should be bound to me already. Well, I just kill the zombies. And while it's cooking up, let's go and get some chickens to donate some stuff. There we go. So we've got our activation crystal. Again, activated to me, and it's activated. Now, here's the dangerous bit. Ow. I really need to stay inside the circle? Well, that's going to be a waste of diamonds if so. Yeah, I definitely don't have the sword in my inventory. Okay. So, let's use up another couple. I think it actually needs to draw from my network. Let's make sure of that. Hopefully it's not something too insane. Let's give it a time to build up. Wait for 20k, why not? There we go. Let's try this again. Didn't seem to take anything, so... There we go, Band Blade. I think I just needed to remain in range. So, the idea of the Bound Blade, but let's just put that back, is that it's going to let us gather the components by... let me just put that ring back. By killing things. That does not look like a blade, has to be said. That looks like the sacrificial orb. But apparently it's a blade. And it's going to let us drop the components which we need. Obviously we've got all these blood runes already in place, but we need the components for the top. And I believe it's something like a blood... some brick, maybe? Yeah, there we go. So a weak blood shard. And we can multiply the blood shards if we get one. So all we need is to get at least one. So we have any mobs around that we can hit with our shard. You'll do. You know, unless you just want to blow up. Night time. When you want a mob, there's not a mob around in sight. Ah, there you are. Cool. So the idea of this is that it puts a debuff on that mob, and wow, that is not actually hitting them at all. No, that's not working. Okay, back in a second. And that's just me being stupid. You have to shift right click this to change it in between bound and activated and unactivated modes. I'm not actually sure now that it's daytime this is going to work on passive mobs, but let's give it a try. Although, with the boss skills, cool. It's probably not going to work on passive mobs. Anyway, I'm going to go around to hostile mobs using its activated form and trying to kill the mobs. That should eventually drop me a weak blood shard, which I'm going to come back shortly and we're going to continue crafting to tier 4. Actually, I wonder whether this is a good time to show you the end. Since that is possibly a decent way to get some mobs. I haven't finished this farm up yet, but should have some mobs around. Well. Enderman head. One of those is good as well. Don't really have a bow to fight this thing, so I don't want the Ender Dragon itself. If you haven't been here before, by the way, you just use an Eye of Ender in the regular world. Now, here comes the dragon. Eye of Ender in the regular world, right click it and it will show you the way to the end. Portal. You will then need lots and lots of Eyes of Ender just to fill out the portal stones. Maximum of 12 I think you'll need. And once you have those, you can open the portal and create a book. Regular Mistcraft book if you like. Wow. Stop running away. Still haven't got one. Anyway, I'll do some more farming, and when I get back, we should have one available. So, I've been out and got one of the blood orbs, but, blood shards even. But, as you can see, this duplication thing only works once we've got Master Blood Orb, which is tier 4. So, yes, we're going to have to use it regardless, and that means using it with a piece of stone to get some large bloodstone bricks. I've only got one, so they are quite rare. And I probably also want to take these as well, just to make up the rest of these that I need. So again, doesn't matter what these blocks are underneath. But I'll probably put white stone on just like these are. There we go, 4 sides done. I've got most of the blood runes in place. Still a tier 3 as you expect because I'm missing a few here. 5 in fact, which for the moment I'll just fill with self-sacrifice. Not very useful, but that should do. And is that enough? Tier 4. Now, guess what you need to make the next blood orb up. Go on, I'll give you one guess. Yep, another one. And 40,000 LP, so make sure you've got plenty of these augmented capacity runes in place. I do have 40,000 there. Got some more chickens for some more, but now I'll need to go out is go and get another one of those blood shards. Yay! And I actually got one pretty fast. Second thing I killed, which is handy. So we can go on and pop that in here. And that's pretty much going to drain this thing dry, so I'll have to get some more after this. Yeah, that's going to keep going for a while. So what then does that allow to do? Well, tier 4 has a bunch of other mechanics. If we have a look at the uses for that's chemistry. I'll come back to that one. In fact, this is going to show everything, isn't it? Well, it has a bunch more runes, so we can look at those. In particular, there is a efficiency rune doesn't work. There's no recipes for it. Capacity, superior capacity. There we go. This requires use of the new tier of slates, which is what you get access to with tier 4, and that again is 15,000. So on top of the 8 you're already paying, you got to make all the way from stone to this. You're going to be paying 23,000. Yeah, it is 8 for the tier 3 total. So yeah, 23,000 for one demonic slate, and you're going to need just one, and that will upgrade this. Now, the superior capacity one basically changes this from a set amount, if I remember rightly, to a percentage. So this will increase the capacity of the Blood Altar by quite a lot. But is this done yet? We are done. We've got a master level Blood Orb. There we go. The master Blood Orb allows. Actually, I need to bind it. Allows our network to have a much larger. I think it's about 1 million. And then the 5th tier goes up to crazy amounts. Is it just one more tier? I think it is. Let's have a look. Yeah, the Archmage's is ridiculous. It's lots of life points. But right now, even though I've got a capacity of 50,000 in the altar, that fills up fairly often, but my current essence total is only 20,000. It's dire, mainly because a lot of it's manual. Putting chickens here. And while this has lasted until now, this is about a good point to jump off, and we're going to make more rituals, or at least I'm going to have to construct another altar, I think. Put another ritual or 2 underneath it, like this. It'll all fit underneath one of those, very carefully designed. And that will let us make, well, it'll let us make an altar which continually regenerates life points. There's a few different ways of doing that. One is with Cursed Earth, to make lots of mobs spawn underneath. The rituals will continually take away their health and heal them. Or just take away their health, in fact. You don't need to heal them in that case. There's another way to do it with witches, which I kind of would like. I'm not quite decided yet. But that's going to take me some construction time to actually do. For now, you got the basic ritual of binding, which clears our way towards armor, which I think is the next thing on the list. Let's have a look. With tier 4, new armor. There we go. Now, the armor's going to need, or technically you can do the armor at tier 3, but I probably am going to always wait till tier 4, mainly because you're going to need these filled sockets. Tier 3 you can do it with, but 30,000 life points per socket, and you're going to need a lot of them, like 24, 28, something like that. I think it's 28. Which needs the empty sockets, which needs weak blood shards, and you can imagine how many mobs you're going to have to kill at tier 3 to actually get those. Tier 4, you can duplicate them with the slates, the tier 3 slates, and your blood orb. You're going to need a lot of diamonds too, so I've been and got the diamonds. So that is going to take a little bit of time of sacrificing. Once I get to 28, I think that's going to be the start of the next episode, in fact, because a full episode on that kind of armor stuff will be probably best, as we're going to look to create the first set of blood-bound armor, and there is a second stronger set later, but you need, well, yeah, we're going to say that you want to get the first set first. We're not going to have a way to get the second set stuff yet. I think we need an upgrade for that. So that's us at tier 4. That's us with the ritual of binding, which gets us our sword, which we can then use to kill things, weak blood shards. Next episode is armor, and I'm probably going to clean up the place just by adding more of these facades, just to hide all the pipework. One last thing, I did upgrade these with the next tier of capacitor, which is not terribly hard to make. I show you the recipe for that. It's just 2 of the basic ones with some coal powder, which is just coal in a sag mill, energetic alloy, which is just this in the alloy smelter: gold, glowstone, and redstone. Not very hard at all, but it also makes all of this processing faster. There is yet another tier on top of this, called the octadic capacitor, which needs 2 of the doubles plus vibrant alloy, which is ender pearl and energetic alloy. Until now, I go into the end, which was literally like an hour ago. I didn't have the ender pearls to do that, but you can upgrade them yet again. And if you use them, you can also use them on machines like this to make it more efficient and faster. Same as all this processing. Once you upgrade them, they will process super fast. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this episode. And next episode is going to be the armor, as I said, and probably some enchanting in here, I think. I kind of like to do some of that. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to see more videos, feel free to. If you want to let me know why you don't like the video or why you do like the video, leave me a comment and click the like or dislike button accordingly. And yeah, we're getting halfway there. I may well use that in some of the enchanting stuff. So, thanks for watching.